Yellow. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for clicking on this. So in the first day of me painting, I wanted to get the entire living room and the stairs and the hallway taped off, and my goal was to get the first layer of paint down. I didn't record much of me taping everything off because it was pretty redundant and boring. But it did take a while, especially on the stairs. As you can see, it's carpeted. So just like the last video, I really made sure that the tape was really adhering to the carpet and made sure that it was tucked in. As you can see here, the white on the left is the living room that I recently painted, and the like yellowish color, the vanilla color, is what is all along throughout the living room and in the hallway and on the stairs as well. So taping everything off took me probably about 2 hours. So really annoying, to be honest, and kind of hard on the knees, like especially where the hardwood was. Oh, my knees were aching. And as I was going along painting in here, it was about 7 o'clock at night at this time. So I was really just trying to, like I said, get my first layer done. That was like my biggest goal. But I did get everything taped off, which was good. And as you can see at the very end where the stairs, like the post starts, there's a piece of baseboard that's missing. And I'm not sure why that is. That's been like that since we moved. We've been in this house for what, 5-6 years now. And it's been like that ever since we've been here. So I definitely need to get another piece of baseboard cut so that I can get it, all squared away, because that really bothers me. And I have textured walls, so the paint, I don't know, for some reason in a couple of areas, not the paint, I'm sorry, the tape kept on falling off, and it was getting on my gosh daggone nerves. But I had to go and put the tape back on and really like press it against the wall to make sure that it was sticking on there. And like I said, man, sliding, sitting on the hardwood floors on my knees was really killing me. And now looking back, I was like, why didn't I have knee pads? I was like, I should have wore some knee pads. Like the back of your kneecap, like where your knee bends, like my knees were like sweating in the back of my kneecaps. So I got the majority of what I wanted to get done on day one. I got the first layer of paint done pretty much in the entire living room except for the stairs and the hallway, which was okay. And that took me a couple of hours. I think I ended up stopping like around, I think it was like 8:30 or 9 o'clock, something like that. And on the right in the very corner, as you can see, I forgot to paint that little portion, and I also forgot to tape it off. But the next day I definitely recognized that and I took care of it. So it is the next morning, and first thing in the morning, I jumped right into it. I started getting the stairs painted, which was kind of a pain in the butt, as you can see here. It's just like the part where I'm painting right now, the inner part is where it was just, you know, just more like a nuisance, annoying, because you had to get in the cracks and stuff. But yeah. And before I painted, I did go and wipe everything down really well. And I also filled any cracks or holes that I saw with that same sealant as in the previous video. It was that bathroom quickie, I think that's how you say it, caulking. Have you ever started a project and you're like, why did I even start doing that? That's how I'm feeling right now. Oh Lordy, let me show you why. Okay, so I've got my first coat laid, okay, and everything's looking nice and, excuse me, bright. But I had to shut the blinds. It was getting too hot. It was like beaming on the back of the couch. Look at the trimmer on the door. You can definitely tell that it's obviously not as white. It's still that vanilla color. And I was looking, it's like not even really like painted all the way. But I'm like, now I have to paint the trim around the door, and I'm gonna have to paint the door as well. Do you guys ever do that? Like, if it doesn't match, so it bothers me. And then look upstairs, okay? This is looking good, looking good. All right, we're looking good. Same dilemma up here. I'm like, should I paint all of this trim also? And then if I do that, I'm also gonna have to paint the doors, because then the doors aren't gonna match. You know what I mean? Like, that bothers the crap out of me. Oh, Lordy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, I enjoy painting, but I'm over it right now. I'm like, I don't know if I want to, Jesus, take the wheel. And this was another area that I totally forgot about. I was just like, oh my goodness, I just keep on adding more and more things to the list, but that's okay. I ended up doing both of the window seals, the ledges, because obviously they were the same color and I wanted them to match everything. So I just went along, this window was the biggest, and I just went along and just did this by hand because it was really like bumpy, especially on the edges, and I was like, tape is not gonna stick to this, so I just ended up doing that by hand. And I started off by framing the entire window seal with the white paint because I used a rolling brush to complete the rest. And this like yellow here that you see is the actual like sealant from the window. That's not the paint. So, and I didn't end up touching that, but you can see here the difference in the color. And I didn't particularly like the texture that the rolling brush was giving because it was a textured brush. It gave more with the hand brush that I was using. It was more of a smoother look, and this gave more of a textured look because obviously the brush was textured, but I used it because it covered more surface area. So I got the frame done here, and then I started on the door. I used the same rolling brush. Like I said, I didn't particularly care for the texture of the rolling brush, but obviously it covered more surface area, so I definitely used it on the door. And all I did was on the second layer of coat, I used the brush again, but I kind of just went over it with the hand brush, just lightly to give it more of a smoother, to have it match that smoother look that I was using and giving on the baseboards. And I went in here and filled in the cracks with the hand brush and just made sure that that was all smoothed out and matching. And then also use this around the doorknob and the lock. And this is the other window seal, and I ended up just doing the same thing. I did the entire window with this brush here, and it came out nice and smooth. And this was really nice because, I mean, the other window opened also, but the sun like really hits on that side. So this side ended up drying really quickly. I just cracked the window as I was painting. On this day, I did one more coat on that last window seal, and I touched up the door just a little bit, but that's really the only painting that I did on day 3. I went in with a plastic knife and went along all of the edges and got up any of the paint that was on the hardwood and started lifting up the tape. And I was so excited to do this. I was like, thank you, Jesus. And those little spots that you see here on the left where there's still some blue paint that is on the hardwood, I use the same knife and then just use a pair of tweezers and lifted up the paint, especially if it was like stuck in the baseboards. That worked really well. I always get nervous about blotching because, when you put down tape, sometimes the paint can seep through, and I was just really nervous about that, especially on the carpet, but it came out perfectly fine. I didn't have any spots that came up or that came on the carpet at all. Just make sure when you are taping the carpet area that you really tuck it in. And I am all finished here. I'm just showing you guys a close-up. Everything looks so nice. It's so much brighter and whiter in here. It's just like a really good feeling. I was just like, yes. I was really happy that I completed this. It may seem like a small project, but it doesn't matter how big or small. It's always such a good feeling when you get things done. And although I didn't show it here, I did complete the frames also in the hallway, but I did not do the door frames and the doors. I still don't know if I'm going to get those done. I haven't really made a decision, but if I do, you'll definitely see that. Everything is nice and matching and just smooth. It's a smooth transition and I'm so happy with it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate every single one of you.